Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. It's Tomi here once again. I know you guys are probably like, what is she doing in a onesie? Y'all, it's Vlogmas. Like, I just thought, you know, let's get with the holiday spirits. Let's do this. Y'all, I'm so hot.
I'm living my best life. Yeah. I'm living my best life. I said I'm living my best life. I said I'm living my best life. You see the whip pulling up, it's like dreams pulling up, I'm like
I know I'm starting Vlogmas late and I'm really sorry, you guys. However, better late than never. You gotta start sometime. The only L's you take are the only losses you have are the ones you never take, or whatever, like whatever they say. So today in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys how I edit my Instagram photos. It's not no regular editing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I take my time with my photos, which is also why I don't really post as often as I should. But that's a conversation for another day. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're doing, sis. Why not? I do everything. I do everything from makeup videos, hair tutorials, finance help. Make sure to click that subscribe button, join the family. So yeah, if you're interested to see how I edit my Instagram photos, then make sure to keep watching. Class is now in session. But yeah, first things first, follow me on Instagram, holla at me. Let me show you guys my feed so you guys can see it. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have Lightroom. I'm gonna list all the apps that you need down below so you guys know ahead of time, because I don't even know what apps I'm gonna use. So usually I only use 2 apps. However, there might be more, but usually I use Lightroom and Facetune to edit my pictures, and I like to use Lightroom on the desktop, so I have that. So it just depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I might use Photoshop, sometimes I might use Lightroom. It just depends on the vibe of the day. But for here, we're gonna use the Lightroom on our phones, and I'll tell you the apps for the other ones that we're gonna use. So I just wanna open Lightroom, import your selected photo. I like to make my life easy with everything that I do. So I used to edit each photo hand by hand, but now they have presets. So I'm gonna use presets. I made my own presets previously on Lightroom. They're basically like filters, but they're not really filters, because you can like undo them and do all this stuff. But I got mine from Asiami Gold, at least for my current theme. So if you guys are interested, you guys want to know, you want to bring the photo in. I'm going to use this photo, which I love very so much. It's one of my favorite photos that I've ever gotten taken of myself. This one my friend actually took. I don't know, so there are multiple ways you could do this. I think I'm actually gonna start off in the other app just so that I don't go back and forth too many times and keep trying to like edit. So scratch this. So the app we're gonna start off in is Snapseed for this one. Usually I would start off in Lightroom. I think it would probably be better for me to start off in Snapseed. So I don't use Snapseed very often, but this is gonna be pretty simple. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna crop. I'm gonna look for free. And basically for this one, you wanna make sure you get, like, the crop doesn't matter because we're gonna try to expand the photo anyway. So just get enough of your subject as possible without like cutting anything out. So I think this is pretty decent. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the expand tool, and I want it to expand to a 4:5. I just need it to be big enough to expand to a 4:5. So basically you just keep going. Wow, this one is actually pretty easy. It's easier. Okay, it's not easier the second time around. I lied. So basically you just want to keep expanding the photo until you are happy. That's actually pretty good. It'll probably mess up the next time. Yeah, that's doing too much. Ooh, no. So we're gonna go back up with that. And we're gonna try to come back down without it looking too crazy. I think this is pretty decent, so we're just gonna leave it here. Yeah, so now the photo is expanded. You guys remember the original? The original looked something like this. So now we have a whole plain background. We're gonna look in the tools. We're gonna use the healing tool for this one, just because it's gonna be a lot easier to do it in this app. And we're just gonna heal basically just gonna heal that hair out because we just don't want it there. All right, so now it's completely gone. Can't even see anything happen. I'm gonna try to get rid of this little shadow over here because I don't like that. Added a little bit of hair, that's not bad. Okay, so that's pretty decent. Try to heal a little bit down here just because we still want it to be pretty seamless. So wherever you see some weird spots, just try to heal them. I'm just trying to go through and just try to make the background kind of look like it's like an actual backdrop. I think this is pretty decent, so we're gonna leave it like this and we are gonna export. So now we're gonna bring this back into Lightroom. No, we're gonna go into Photoshop Fix. So I think this app is free. I'm not completely sure. I like it a lot. So Photoshop Fix helps you to like blur out. There are different apps for this. If you want a free version of the app, oh yeah, this was a picture I was working on. You should see the original. The original one was crazy. We're gonna start a new project. On my iPhone, we're gonna use the most recent photo. Boom. You don't have to do too much for this app. If you would like a free app, one app that I would recommend is the Retouch app. That one's pretty good, but depending on how I'm feeling, if Photoshop isn't working for me, I'll go to Retouch. But I prefer Photoshop Fix because I just like Adobe products. So basically I'm just gonna try to expand the shadow in that area, try to keep the continuity. And Photoshop Fix has a really good way of doing that. So you don't have to do too much. Just adjust it as you would like. My camera cut off at some point. I'm so sorry, guys. And then I'm also gonna like heal a little bit. So it kind of defeats the purpose, kind of not. It's not really obvious. It just bothers me and it's not fixing itself. So I'm just gonna leave it be. And we're gonna check that. And no need to smooth anything. I think my skin and everything looks pretty good. So we're just gonna export that as well. Save that to camera roll. And now we're gonna take it to Adobe Lightroom. So go into Lightroom, I'm gonna import a photo. Import the most recent one. And that's okay, that's the one we're gonna use. So we're gonna come here. We're gonna set, I think I wanted to use Cuba 2. Did I really want to use Cuba 2? I think Cuba 2 is cute. Yeah, so I'm just gonna adjust this. It's a little bit too bright for my liking. So we're gonna adjust this. Now remember, this was the original. This is what it looks like now. That's crazy, right? Just adjust to your liking. I'm gonna pull down the exposure. I don't really want the contrast to be that big a deal. So we're gonna move that. I'm still gonna bring the highlights down. I like my highlights pretty low. Gonna bring the shadows down a little bit too. Gonna bring the white, gonna bring the whites up a little bit. And of course, I like my blacks to look very black, so I'm gonna bring that down. And then for color, I'm going straight to the mix and I'm just gonna play with these. My lipstick was red, so we're actually gonna have more red in that lipstick. Do you want more saturation? I think my skin looks pretty healthy. And yeah, we're gonna lighten that up a little bit. Gonna go to orange. Ooh, majority of this photo is orange, as you guys can see. So I'm just gonna see what it was at before. And we're gonna adjust. I'm just gonna keep it at 0. Actually, I think I want it to look a little bit more red. Yeah, I think that's decent. Great. We're gonna, ooh, yeah, we're gonna leave the saturation where it is or bring it down a little, and we're gonna bring that luminance up a little bit. That way the overall photo looks pretty good. I don't think I'm really gonna mess with these yellows. It doesn't look like there's much going on. Maybe just bring them down a little bit. We're basically done with this photo because none of the other ones are really obvious. Gonna go ahead and hit that crop to the 4x5, adjust accordingly. I'm gonna straighten. No, we're not gonna straighten that way, please. I think that's pretty decent. I think it goes with my theme. So let's see. I don't think there's really much I really want to change about this photo. This is the original, and now as you can see, it looks a little bit more natural, a little bit more toned down, and I really like how it looks. The grain is pretty nice, has some texture to the photo. I think I'm just gonna heal, do a little bit of healing. So I'm gonna go to healing, and I just want to cover this up a little. Excuse me. Here's the amazing thing about Adobe Lightroom. I can actually say share. No, yeah, I can say share and edit in, and I want it to be in the maximum size I can, and I'm gonna do healing in Photoshop Fix. So I'm just gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna adjust that. Boom, it's all gone. And the good thing is that when I'm done, I can say save, sorry, I can say save and return to Lightroom, and now my photo that I fixed is now in Lightroom. So, and the good thing about doing it like that is Lightroom and Photoshop, because they're apps that actually work with each other, they basically just save the quality of the photo without super diminishing it. I'm sure some quality is lost, but not all of it. So I think we are completely done with this. So the things I like to do to keep the same theme is, right now I'm only using presets like in the same color family, and I kind of, even if I don't use the presets, I'm still editing to that kind of theme, I guess. So all my photos are kind of like pretty like looking alike-ish. So if you guys look at my feed, like how I'm showing you guys, these are all my old photos of my old theme, and now I'm moving over to more of this kind of red, orange, yellow kind of setting look. I don't know, but it's pretty cool and I like it. The app I like to use to organize my photos is Unum. I guess I can show you these photos because it doesn't matter, because the majority of these photos will actually not be posted, unfortunately. So these are just some of the photos I have that I've edited, and like all my photos on Instagram. So I'm able to like adjust and see, okay, which photo will look good next to each other, you know, how are they gonna look, will they look nice, type of thing. So I know this video was very lengthy and it was a lot of me talking, which I personally don't even like anyway. I hope this video was helpful in some way. I'm not an Instagram expert by any means, but I do really love photography and videography. Those are like some of my passions. Photo editing is part of it as well. I really enjoy editing. Well, I really enjoy editing my photos at least. So I hope this video was helpful to you in some way. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. I like to put out videos that are somewhat helpful. So I hope this was helpful to you. And so I will see you guys next week for a new video. It is now 10 p.m. I am now going to sleep. Ta-ta, bye-bye, see you later, sayonara, peace. Bye.